Sup everybody, today's challenge. Let's try to make a beat using a wavetable synthesizer. And if you stick around to the end, I'm gonna show you something that's competing with halftime. So let's get into it. So the challenge is to use this wavetable synthesizer, in this case Synth X, which is brand new at the time of this video. And let's just go through some of the sounds. Right off the bat, there's a lot of functionality I see, man. Everything is right in front of your face, man. I like that. So there's not a lot of menu diving, which is cool. Let's just go through some sounds, man. And if I go here, these are all the presets. There's a ton of presets, man. As you can see, look at this. I could spend all day just going through sounds. I'm not going to do that, but you do have your categories on your left. Pretty cool sounds though. Percussive. So speaking of percussive, that includes drums. So I'm going to let you guys hear what I created so far, man. I just wanted to show you some things you could do. I have 3 instances of Synth X. A kick, a snare, and a hi-hat, all just from Synth X. Listen to this. Let's start with the kick. Very simple. Then I added a snare drum. And I can add, adjust the parameters, like, for example, reverb. Hi-hat, check it out. I could add more noise to that hi-hat if I wanted to, so I can go something like this over here, hit noise, make it sound a little fatter. So just a couple of little different examples of what you can do. Let's see if we can come up with a melody. Click on this preset section. We're in the keys menu. I like this modulated organ. Hit OK. But I think I'm going to turn down the reverb on that. And you don't even have to be a good piano player, man. Just throw in a couple of notes, and I'm going to show you what to do with those notes at the end of this video, man. So check this out. I'm going to do something like this. A very, very simple melody. I'm just making this up on the spot. Let's just record. Here we go. Okay, now let's add another melody to that. As you can see, I pulled up another instance of Synth X. Distract. Oh, wow. Let's favorite that one. Let's add a bass line to this thing, man. And I really like these bass sounds. Check this out. This double bass. When I first turned this sound on, it had this glide, right? So that gives you another functionality to do with your sounds. I just turned that off. And all I'm going to do is just follow the same notes as I did for the melody. Made it this far, congratulations. I got to show y'all another plugin from these guys, man. Tempus. I want to infuse that with this melody because it's kind of plain, you know what I'm saying? I can transform this into some chords, and that's why I purposely made a simple melody so anyone can do this. Tempus. Tempus is basically like a modified version of halftime, but it's not just halftime. It's like polyphonic. So it can make your melodies polyphonic. In other words, create chords and, just not single notes. Let's drag in just a simple Apple loop. Just to give you an example of what it does. Let's add Tempus to this. continue to what we was doing. So this is without it. This is with it. Using that already just beefed it up some. Just those, and then of course, you know, like with halftime, you can adjust your mix and then your fade. And I like this randomized matrix, which means you can just click on this and just come up with different types of presets, or just choose from one of these presets. Use this on any sound that you want. And if you don't want to use a preset, you can create your own. See, and this is how you create chords, just using these. So you can use semitones or intervals to create your chords. So we'll go with intervals, and then we'll use the pentatonic major. We could go with minor if we wanted to, melodic minor. Just see what happens, man. Or you could do something like, of course, the top row has to do with the timing of how the notes are played. So without it, with it. Alright, let's add one more sound just for fun. Okay, so that's just scratching the surface, guys, man. I will leave a link down below if you are interested. Please let me know what you think. It's your man JFILT. I'm sending peace and positive energy.